Hi, I'm Raymond de Villiers and I'm going to be heading the deep dive session on gamification at LIA. But why deep dive on gamification? It's one of those concepts that became a buzzword and has been bandied about and used quite prolifically, and in the process has lost some of its edge. So for many of us, gamification has come to mean the inclusion of elements of play or fun into our training and learning exercises. For others, it might be about the including of scoring or prizes or rewards at the end of the process. But gamification is much more than just that. Gamification is fundamentally linked into the learning and life experience of the digital natives. So society has always used games to teach the skills that we need to be successful adults. But for digital natives, when they entered adolescence, they didn't play board games, they played computer games or digital games. And as a result, they learned different things and they learned differently. And gamification is fundamentally about connecting with this different way of functioning and thinking and being. And so that's what our session is going to be about. How do we understand and unlock the real value inherent in gamification as a concept? So if gamification works, what ends up happening is we end up getting a really enhanced engagement and connection with our delegates. If gamification doesn't work, so if it's poorly designed, which unfortunately at the moment is actually the vast majority of gamification experiences, when it's done poorly, it actually undermines your credibility and detracts from the value of the learning experience. So what we're going to do in our session is we're going to engage with the World Economic Forum's model of learning, that looks at fundamental literacies, competencies, and characteristics. And we're also going to be looking at the 6 values of gamers that gamers bring, which was identified in the book Got Game, How the Gamer Generation is Changing Business Forever. And we'll look at those 6 values from Howard Beck and Mitchell Wade to influence and inform part of our discussion. We'll also look at how gaming communities form and develop and the whole dynamic that sits within that space, and how we can bring those concepts and those perspectives into the way that we connect with this new demographic, this new generation of learners who are experiencing corporate learning and development within our organizations. What I'll need you to do in preparation for this session will be to have a think through, how do we design training? How does our organization approach learning and development? Do we have a model? Do we have a process? What does it look like? And then what we will do in our session is we'll run through a bit of a review the processes as they exist right now, and then also look and say, where can we inject the elements and the benefits of gamification into the processes that you already have. I look forward to seeing you at LIA and to having a full room of great conversation and discussion as we engage with this concept of gamification.